Good evening, everyone, and welcome to session recap. Today is 6th of November 2017. My name is Nenad, and well, as always, 5 different setups, 5 different markets, and previous week was good. It was not that good as the week before, but still we managed to grab some pips from different setups, and I will show you results now. The only thing is today is Monday, so Monday's price action is not that good. It usually the price is ranging. We can see some of the setups, but we definitely need to wait for some pullbacks in order to execute our trades. If you watched and if you actually went to see my today's analysis that I posted, I hope that you manage to grab some pips on the WTI. It was a great trade, and definitely it was worth the wait. So the price pulled back after I make the analysis. Price pulled back here. It didn't make quite to the POC zone, but it spiked above this weekly H3, above this daily H4, and went upside, and this is basically what happened. You see, I mean, I know that a lot of you like to see this WTI, and I need to say that once per week I will, maybe twice per week, I will update the oil WTI. So I expected an uptrend, and straight after I made the analysis, the price went up. So there was enough time to actually make profits. So I hope that you enjoyed it. So let's get back to our webinar now. So before I start, always risk disclaimer: CFD and Forex are leveraged products, can result in losses. You should be aware that trading is always risky, and this video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. You can always read a full risk disclosure on this web address. Why we trade with Admiral Markets? Definitely, guys, for all of you who like to trade indices, DAX 30 is the index you might like. I prefer, of course, Hang Seng index, but you can trade both DAX 30 and Hang Seng. You have the STP, straight to processing, order execution. With MT5 you have a level 2 market depth, and definitely you have great tools to trade with Admiral. I have a lot of different accounts with Admiral Markets. Some are higher, some are low accounts, but well, if we trade and if we know what to trade, we can trade both higher and lower accounts. Have in mind that patience is the key to trading success. That is why you always need to wait patiently for the market to come to you. And for all of you who are new here, I started and who are watching this over the YouTube, I started on Forex Factory a while ago. My nickname is Tarantula, and a lot of traders know me from from my nickname Tarantula. Okay, so rules and setups: always give price a breathing room. Wait till the price gets to the POC zone, and you can enter within 15 pips of the predicted level if it's an agreement, of course, with your system. You can also use scaling in if you wish, but don't forget that you need to do your own trade and money management, because you are, of course, guys, responsible for your own trades. Please respect your stop loss always, and add a spread to your stop loss. Even if you trade via ECN, don't forget that you should add 2 to 5 pip spread depending on pair traded. You need to watch the markets if you, let's say, have the time during the day, or if you don't have the time to watch the markets, then please use profit stops. We take only one position per listed pair. It's either positional or alternative trade, whichever hits first. Don't forget that first touch of the zone is the most profitable. That is why we are usually focused on the first touch, and the first touch of the zone is very occasionally 80% profitable. Positional trades are trend trades, alternative trades are counter trend trades. Breakout trades, scalp trade levels are usually traded independently of any position. Depending on time and volatility, we use profit stop after 20 pips. So guys, if you see that market is, you need to watch the market in order to put profit stop. So if you know that market is actually making a big momentum to the upside and you have a long trade, then you might actually use 30, 40 pips depending on pair traded. If you trade pound yen or some volatile pair, you can use even more than 20 pips. But Mattia is asking good question. If trade goes 20 pips in profit, is it better to hold out, set stop loss, or we can set it to a little bit higher to reduce risk? What I usually do is, if I see that the market is not going to break important resistance or support and it's in profit, I then move my stop loss in profit. So I'm willing to risk my 80 pips, let's say, in favor of 20, 30 pips if I see that that resistance or support is actually rejecting the price. There is no, when you trade intraday, guys, there is no set rule in the stone. You cannot place your orders like set and forget. It doesn't exist. In intraday trading, set and forget simply doesn't work. You need to manage your positions, okay? You need to manage them. So if you're in profit, some people do it, for example, they're in profit 20, 30 pips, and they move stop loss to entry position. So they're actually willing to risk 30%, 30 pips of profit in order to not suffer a loss. I mean, that's also a way to trade. I personally don't do that. I usually scale out, or I put my stop loss to break even, or not to break even, but actually I move my stop loss in profit, let's say after 20 pips, depending on the ATR. That is why I sent you the ATR. Always watch for the average true range. It's a great indicator and it really helps a lot. For example, if you trade Australian dollar, guys, I mean, Australian dollar is 50 pips ATR, so you can use really 20 pips to close completely a trade. It depends, of course, as I say, from the movement and from momentum. Always watch for higher time frame momentum, for current momentum. If you see that momentum is really, if the price is going up and down, it's better to close your trade and do not risk your profits. I mean, it's simple as that. Sometimes you will actually regret, but you know, you will always regret once, either because you took 30 pips and next time maybe because you took only, I don't know, 20 pips or 15 pips because the pair went like 100 pips in profit and you didn't manage to get all the profits. So that is why I always say better watch for the entry in the zone, a rejection, or if I say breakout, you can always watch breakout trade, wait for the breakout to happen, and then profit on the price movement. So if you traded, let's say, WTI today, I set continuation above this price. The price dropped here, then rejected. It broke through this 55.99, and at the time when I closed my trade, the price went almost 100 pips in profit, you see. So always be careful when you read my analysis. As you know, guys, I see now people still coming in. A lot of traders actually asked me to do the WTI analysis, the oil, and so far out of 2 analyses that I made on WTI, both of them were in profits, and I will, as I say, I will update and I will make new analysis on WTI, probably it's once per week for sure, but maybe twice per week also. So this is what happened, and this is, well, I always post prefacts, so I just posted a result here, so you could actually see that the price went in nice profits, and really I like this WTI a lot, and it moves very good. The movement is excellent. Okay, I will reply to all of your questions, of course, later. Just now let's get back to our main subject. Okay, So again, scalp trades, if I post a scalp trade, you do it at or very close to important support resistance level. I calculate scalp levels by historical levels in Camarilla. At these levels, they're very careful. I always do the Camarilla analysis, Camarilla MACD, my method, and the pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have got on recap entries. Past week results from 30 of November 2017. Euro dollar, I mean, it's a little bit tricky. First of all, our positional trade didn't qualify, but just a day after it went actually 100 pips in profit. I will show you that, and I didn't take this into account when I did the total pips pool, because this trade happened after actually it was qualified to make profit. So I always say Monday's setups are valid today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. So it's Monday, Tuesday, and early Wednesday, because we have live trading session on early Wednesday. So it's completely new session, right? Then pound dollar, I mean, again, it was either 20 pips or minus 40 pips, depending whether you secure your profits or you waited. Amatia, this is good answer. You know, as I say, we can all trade different setups, the same setups, but we will have different results. You see 20, I will show actually the charts. Australian dollar was the trade of the week. It gave us 80 possible pips, although the price went 3-4 pips away from the POC zone, but it was still good. It made some nice movement, and we got into positional trade. 80 possible pips on Australian dollar. Dollar yen was a loss, 30 pips, and pound yen was a win trade of 30 pips. You know, guys, when usually losses can happen on intraday time frames. This is the fact for all intraday methods, for all intraday systems, and for all intraday trading. Usually, during the intraday trading, a loss is made when there is a transition of trend. When you see a trend changing from a downtrend to uptrend, or from uptrend to downtrend, during the, that is when you might experience a loss trade, a loser, or a losing trade. So that is the only way. I mean, the only way. It's not the only way, obviously, but for me, that is the only way. So, because I don't revenge my trades. If I take a loss, I accept it. And but you know, sometimes we might get into a buy trade because there is a long setup and we see an uptrend, but suddenly there is a change of sentiment. You have sessions during a single day, 3 major sessions. 3 major sessions are Tokyo, London, New York. So during these sessions, trend might change. And then if you have a position, you might experience a loss. But that is always when you do with the intraday trading. You cannot limit it. A transition from uptrend to downtrend and vice versa is when losses might happen. It happened with dollar yen sometimes, but most of the time, trend is respected most of the time, and we have a good number of pips. So without this, total pips pool was plus 40 to plus 100, the trade of the week, Australian dollar. And this is what happened. Euro dollar, the price was ranging, and there was basically nothing to trade, nothing that we could actually, I don't know, nothing that we could make profits of. But then suddenly, during November 1st, this was the first entry in the zone because it was 15 pips from this sell. So it basically was 2 days after, you see, the price actually made its movement. Then during early morning, it hit this level and it went down. So, you know, straight from this Monday recap, we cannot say this was a winner trade simply because it happened out of the time when we actually didn't trade this setup, right? But sometimes, I can advise you sometimes, just pay attention to this. Because if the price is ranging and you don't have anything to trade, sometimes just pay attention to my Monday setup, because it might happen later, because then the price actually came to the POC zone and rejected. You know, guys, I mean, everything that I do, everything that I show you, everything that you see from me regarding technical analysis, technical trading, setups, live trades, everything is done with my own method, Camarilla MACD. So I don't read other analysis. I don't know what other people are trading. It's not that I don't care. It's simply, it might mess up with my analysis. So the only person who I trust when I trade is myself. There is no other person. There are good analysts and there are good traders, and everyone is different. But when I trade, when I make setups, I'm the only one who will show you this, who will teach you how to trade from my own perspective, from my own way. So that is, if you're following me, and I know that a lot of people actually are following me, and thank you guys, it's great. But please, if you want to have sometimes a late setup, just pay attention to my Monday recap. And if you see that the price hasn't reached the POC zone yet, then you might actually get in a trade, because we trade the zone, okay? So we want the price to get in the zone, and then we pull the trigger, right? And sometimes it can be a belated entry. It's not because I didn't do the analysis correctly. It's because markets are simply, they're not perfect. And I myself, no matter how big accounts I have, I cannot move the market. And it's normal, guys. For one single pip, you need to have millions of currency, euros, dollars. So basically, you know, you need to wait. And if the price makes the first entry in the zone, usually the first entry in the zone is the most profitable. That is why, if the trend is going to change, the first entry in the zone, 90% of the time, will not change the trend. It can be, let's say, second or third entry. So imagine this, guys. Follow me, please. And if you are not clear, just go ahead and ask me. I will explain. This was the first entry in the zone, right? This was also the entry in the zone. Good one. If you miss this one, well, what can happen is you might get here, right? Because it's obvious. Now, the third entry, definitely this was good, but it usually could make a change of trend. But the first entry, 90% of the time, will not turn the trend, because there are historical sellers who are selling the first entry in the zone, if you understand my point. Pound dollar, guys. Pound dollar was basically, as I say, you would have either made profits or you made a loss. Because this was the entry here. The price made some movement. It made a double bottom. Now you need to pay attention to double tops and double bottoms. And then you see, the first entry in the zone didn't change the trend. Now this is a good example of what I was talking about. The first entry in the zone didn't change the trend. This second entry, third entry in the zone, actually changed the trend. Watch this. First entry in the zone, second entry in the zone, the third entry changed the trend. Yes, Ilya. Ilya, you are really, Ilya is always following me very, very carefully, listening to what I have to say, and very good comment. This is the reason never to repeat the same setup during the week. Only first entry, not second, not third. Sometimes second entry can be good, but you need to access it. You need to see if it's really good. If the momentum is not too strong, then you might actually go. But yes, Ilya, you're right. I mean, the first entry, that is why you should basically focus on the first entry. And Ilya is saying your setups are that one-shot game. Well, sometimes they can be two-shot like this or three-shot like this. But I personally have a filter. I usually take, most of the time, I might take 2 times the same setup, but not the third time. So I actually traded this euro dollar, although it wasn't straight. from the Monday recap because it was a little bit, but I traded because my Camarilla MACD setup actually set it up for me, right? So, but I missed this one because I don't trade third 3-point entries. But well, occasionally, guys, as you could have seen, sometimes my one-shot entries can make 200 pips. Very occasionally, if we see a big trend, then, and especially if the trend is piggybacked back on higher time frames, then we might see even more than 200 pips. Sometimes during the week, we had 500 possible pips, but it cannot happen all the time because markets are not moving always, and they're not listening always to what I have to say, right? So sometimes you will have 20, 30, 50 pips. Well, sometimes you will have possibly 500 pips. I remember a trader, Alexander, he told me that he made from my setups a few times more than 1,000 pips. I personally never made from my setups 1,000 pips in a single week, I need to admit. But I remember that he sent me, during one session recap, he actually sent a chat to me saying that he does a basket trade, and because of that he made 1,000 pips. Well, that's great, really. But you know, guys, as I say always, different styles, different traders, same system, but well, different results. Australian dollar, the trade of the week. Now watch this, guys. I said go long at 76.20. Well, the price get to 76.39, so it means that it was 4.9 pips above the POC zone. But when I say, guys, when I say it's close to the POC zone, sometimes you need to pay attention to this, guys. This was obviously uptrend. So even if you took a trade here from your own method, whatever, guys, you could have made nice amount of pips. Because you see, what I say, guys, usually is price in Forex market and price action in Forex market always repeats itself. That is why my concept of historical versus now moment buyers and sellers is very true. Watch this, guys. Here on the Australian dollar, this was the first entry, right? Actually, the zone was here, but it was very close to the zone. But what happened here? What happened here? The price rejected from the same spot, guys, because historically there were buyers here, and historically, guys, traders place their orders at the same spots. Okay, you need to be aware of that. Forex market is very good to trade. It's not like you cannot manage your trades, you cannot manage your risk, you cannot manage anything. It has strong roots in historical versus now moment approach. I will reply, guys, to all of your questions. Modris is saying with this approach you can count GBP dollar as a loss. As I said, GBP dollar was either plus 20 or minus 40. Everything is written here. Okay, so it depends. It could have been the first rejection, but we actually had 2 times rejection here and there. You see, I mean, it's like you never know. I mean, it's bearish from this point, but this was a change of trend where it happened. Then we had dollar yen. This was a loss trade because dollar yen was in downtrend. It even broke through this trend line, guys. I mean, I cannot make freehand trend line. It's, you see, I mean, even if you place it here, double bottom, triple bottom was actually shorted into. So by all means of price action trading, this would have been a downtrend. But then again, we had a trend change here. Watch here, please. If you don't see the screen, I will, yeah, I am now showing you the screen. So you see, this was a trend line here. And actually, we had triple, quadruple bottom. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trend line break here. So I expected the price to proceed further down, but it actually went up. So this was when actually trend changed and we had a loss. But this loss was, well, you see, again, the price rejected but it was not enough. It rejected for only 15 pips. You see, 15 pips rejection. Then it made double bottom and it spiked up. So sometimes this might happen, and the trend change is when we lose. And you see, again, the POC zone was good because after the up move, the price retested previous zone and proceeded upward. But you see where actually a trend change happened? In the POC zone. Here, retest, you see, continuation. And pound yen was 30 pip win. Again, it made a double bottom. First rejection in the zone. This was zone entry, first rejection. Second rejection, guys. When you see that price makes a double bottom, just close your trade. It's easy as that. Or place your stop in profit. Because a double bottom happened and the price broke to the upside. But it was good for 30 possible pips. Now let's see this week setups. Euro dollar, well, I see, this is downtrend, but I might say that this could be a range. You can have both longs and shorts with euro dollar. Euro dollar is like, how can I say, it's not very, very good to trade at this point. And I'm simply not enjoying trading euro dollar at the moment. But here again, guys, let me show you. You see, I mean, the price is in a range bound scenario at this point. You have a rectangle consolidation here. And although this is a downtrend, two-way price action trading is possible. First possible zone is very clear. Of course, this is, let me just move this marker here. So you see, we have 1680 here, 1660, sorry. So it's basically 61.8 daily H4, weekly H4, ATR top. So if the price gets here, I think this will reject. For scalping trades, guys, for scalping trades, watch this level also, 1635 to, let's say, 36, 30 to 35. This is a level to possibly go short on scalps. For long entry, 1580 happened, yes, but I think that it can happen again. So it happened, but I didn't post any setup. This is historic. This is what happened today. If the price gets here, it could be historical movement again because price is ranging today. And during Asia session, they might do a retest of this level, this zone, and the price might proceed to the upside. So from my perspective, we have two possible setups. Long from euro dollar, okay? I mean, if you are already in a long position, then it's good because you can actually manage your trade. If you are not in a long position, I would, let's say, I would make a long position if the price drops in the zone. 1660 is a sell trade, so this is range basically, so watch for these setups. Pound dollar is in downtrend still, but we have a stronger up move. Today we had one possible sell position on pound dollar, and the sell position today actually happened straight here. This was also the zone, and the price didn't manage to drop further. It made double bottom. So it made a drop from 32.28, 31.28 to 30.96. to 30, yeah, 96. Before actually it made a double bottom and spiked up. So next level to sell, I would still wait. You see the price is moving a lot, and this is retracement from this spot. So I would wait rather for 32.20 and place a sell trade here, although the price is in the zone now. But as I say, for me, this looks like it's better to wait for 32.20. It's stronger. It's 78.6 daily H4, weekly H4, close to this order block here. So I would sell here. 30.80 is level to go long. Another, this is Lavez here, low volatility zone, guys. If you followed my price action training school, you can identify this as Lavez or low volatility zone where the price actually break out from. So if the price makes its down move, which I suspect it will, at this zone, then, well, I think the price could go up. If the price simply gets there, I would sell it. So for me, this is what I will trade, either 30.80 long or 32.20 sell. But as I say, the only way today where you could actually short this was here. And I made this short, and I took 25 pips on this short, because when I saw that this candle here actually again made a double bottom and then started to move up, I just put my profit stop 25 pips in profit and I secured it. Next one is Australian dollar. Always watch for Australian dollar news. Be careful, because Australian dollar news usually happen after the midnight during Tokyo session. For European traders, it's pretty much late, so the chances are that you're sleeping. But if there is no news, Australian dollar is a bit safe pair to trade, at least because of this low ATR, 55, very, very low ATR. What I see here is 60, 76.90 possible sell. I think the price could probably be sold from this zone here, because then it will be like head and shoulders possibly. 7.30 stop, 76.40 TP. Yes, there is RBA rate decision. That is why I'm saying this would be the best that you trade before the RBA trade decision, because guys, if you trade during the RBA, the chance is that you will either have a big win or a loss. So the price will move out of this range. So this is how I see the price now. But because of the RBA trade decision, this range actually might break, and you could actually see a lot of price action that is outside of this range. So let's check the Forex calendar now. You can also check it from the Admiral Markets website, but I usually check Forex Factory. It's just I have a knack for Forex Factory, so let me show you here. You see RBA rate statement, 4:30 my time, is 3:30 a.m. GMT. Be very careful. This, I think, will move the price heavily. Okay, so that is why you need to, if the best would be that you got in this trade before the RBA decision, okay, and then you can close your trade if you're in profits, of course, before the decision. Dollar yen, yes, and once more, this is the range, possible head and shoulders there, and this is the bottom here. So this is the range, up, down, up, down, up, down. Dollar yen, 113.80, stop, 113.50 TP, 115.20. Sell, 115.20, stop, 115.50 TP, 140, 14.50. Very good price movement on dollar yen lately. I'm in a trade for this position, guys. So my stop loss is 30 pips because the trade is already happening now. I have a trade on live account. So I still see that daily is a bit bullish. It's retracement now. Okay, and the price is actually tracing in the zone now. But what I don't like to see is the end of day. Usually in the end of day, there could be a profit taking on dollar. And it is happening at this point. The price, actually, I entered here when the price touched this 78.6. And it made actually a down move. So, well, I will take a look at this. But at this point, you see the price is trying to get here. If it gets 113.50, it will be a stop. But, well, you see here. Now you should be able to see the screen. Yeah, when I switch monitors, sometimes it happens. So you see the price is in uptrend. Weekly is bullish. Daily is bullish, but it's making a retracement. This is a spinning top, so indecision candle. 4 hour is retracing towards the POC zone. But 1 hour is actually telling me that this is the POC zone. Okay, and also we have a trend line here. So it's very, very clear that this is the POC zone here. So I entered, but let's see what will happen with this trade. My trade was 113.85. My stop is 113.50. My risk is 1% for this trade. So this is it. Actually, even if, let's say, something happens and this actually hits, I might actually also go for a sell. But at this point, I'm focused on this long here because I did it on my live account and I'm managing it. So I want this to go up. But, well, if it goes down, what can I do? It will be a 30 pip stop, 35 pip stop, but only 1% of the risk. As you can see, again, weekly, a bit bullish here. Daily, spinning top, the price is retracing. 4 hours, stronger retracement, and this is the zone here. So let's see if the price will actually make a spike from my POC zone. And finally, guys, pound yen. 100, but you know, guys, what I did. I will repeat again. What I usually do. I mean, some of you might like it, some of you might not like it. You might listen to me if you want, or you might do with your own methods. This is what I do. I made today a lot of pips with my WTI analysis. I made a breakout trade. And now, guys, I am positive for this day. Okay, I made pips because the price broke above this level, and it's very close. This is where my profit stop was taken out. I was in a nice profit, guys. Here, it's not 100 pips, but almost 80 pips. So I can afford to risk. Okay, dollar yen trade. Even if I lose this trade, guys, I will still be in profit because I made 2.53% almost on dollar yen on WTI, and if I lose, I will lose 1%. That roughly will give me 2% for this day. I mean, this is one of the strategies that I do. If I'm positive for a day and I want to make another entry, I will risk profits. Although I made also 25 pips on pound dollar. So basically, I'm still 100 pips positive for this day. And if I lose this, I will lose 35 pips. And I will still be positive. So if you want to listen to me, if you made 2 or 3 good trades, and even one trade, and you still want to make another good trade, risk your profits for a day. Do not risk Do not risk your equity. Risk your profits. Pound yen, 150.50 sell, stop loss 150.80, TP 149.50. Then alternative buy 149.50, stop 149.10, 150.50 is TP. I'm in a trade, guys. Also here on my live account, I have a pound yen trade, guys. I mean, it's already happening, so I mean, you can join, but you need to be aware that you should use a little bit lower risk, guys. This is my live account, and you can see one of my live accounts, and you can see that I have trades already, possibly breakout trade, but the price is within the zone here, so I expect this to be, well, we will see. So pound yen trade, let's see what will happen. If you want, guys, some of the free indicators that I'm able to provide, just ask, okay? And I will actually send it. So this is okay. So now what I would like to show you is actually, I mean, why did I make pound yen long trade? The price is very bullish on daily time frame. I mean, this is retracement drop, but you see this big drop, then higher low, then another higher low, and this could be actually movement. And watch this candle here. This looks bullish to me. Although this was a drop, but you know, sometimes this is a new spike. Here. Watch this. I mean, guys, big up move. So this could be a retracement. It's retracing from 38.2 and it's trying to break 23.6. You see here. Okay, then on lower time frames, 4-hour time frame, you see big Marubozu candle, guys. Big Marubozu candle. How did I teach you to trade high volatility candle setup? HVT, high volatility. You have it also in price action training school. 61.8. Now this would have been the best entry, guys. If you watch my price action training school, and if you are familiar with my Camarilla MACD price action teaching, you know that I have invented this. It's called high volatility trading, and this is based basically on my proprietary trading methods. And 61.8, 78.6, 88.6 is possible entry. You split 3 entries, guys. If you want to trade, let's say with 0.30 lots, 0.10 is open here, 0.10 is open here, 0.10 is open here. And then what happens usually if the price gets in the zone? You get a scaling in entry. If the price rejects, you will get a third, 1/3 of the entry. I missed the entry originally because I cannot stare at charts all day, unfortunately, but my POC zone was here, and as you can see on live account, I have a buy set up. Maybe a little bit late, but well, that is why I don't have stronger positions. I still have positions, and I think that this still has the potential to go more to the upside. It might drop because it's the end of day now, but I think that, well, let's see if the price will proceed further up. Now we still have 5 more minutes for questions, guys. If you have anything to ask, go ahead and ask me. I will roll the slides again. Don't forget, guys, to sign up for Wednesday live trading session. Okay, and for real time trading ideas, it's very good that you watch these webinars and you see how live trading goes. It's not blah blah, it's not theory, it's real-time day trading ideas. Wednesday live session, real-time daily ideas. My day is Thursday, okay, but you can also watch other traders. Also, you can watch my webinars also here. Live trading session, you have Chris. Also webinars here, so sign up, okay? And this is where we will explain trading philosophy between our methods. I will explain philosophy before my Camarilla MACD, so just sign up. Okay, question, Shazad, can you help me? My indicators are not working. ATR and Camarilla, they should work. You need to place it, Shazad, in the indicators folder. Okay, how you do that? It's very easy. Copy the indicator, go to File, Open Data folder, MQL, Indicators, and paste it here. Then restart your platform, and you will actually have working indicators. Next question, Ilya, New Zealand dollar, is it a setup to sell? Let me see just quick analysis on the New Zealand dollar. This looks like potential up move. So if you want to sell, it's the end of day. I would say it's better to sell here, 69.50. Although, guys, and although, Ilya, this is at resistance now. So I'm not sure. You see the price probably will go then and reject, but pay attention to this level. Is the ATR free indicator? Hugo is asking. Yes, we have it. We have the code, so we can give you. I can send it. So you just send me an email. Camarilla, Christian, I can send you free Camarilla. There is also paid Camarilla, depending on what you want. I can send free if you want. You can also have paid one if you want. Camarilla MACD is my system, and it's not free. I basically teach it and I provide templates. Part of it is free, part of it it's not free. Ilya, MH3 on New Zealand dollar. Yes, not MH3 but MH1. This is H1 here, and you see it's weekly, it's monthly. It could reject, but I would say better level for possible scalp at least is this one, because prices, maybe this is a start of uptrend move. You see, there is a long way up to this previous trend, and the price is only at 23.6. So it could go here, then drop and move again to 38.2. So your first possible sell is here. Watch your trade, protect your profits, and next sell is here, also protect your profits. Christian, you can send me the email and I will send you a free Camarilla if you want. Marco is saying, thanks, Nenad, you're the best. Thank you, Marco. Thanks a lot. Andy is asking, is the order ladder or MT4? Yes, on MT4, you have expert advisors, admin or mini terminal. You can have the order ladder. Tibor, thanks, Nenad. It was great to see you again. Thank you. Nice to have you here again, of course. How to solve, Shazad is asking. I explained, Shazad. Place indicators on file, open data folder, MQL indicators, then paste it and restart. It works. You see, this is the ATR, this is the Camarilla. It's working. Derek is asking, dollar yen, why you didn't take long position on 130? It's weekly L3 order block. A long position on dollar yen. I was a little bit late in a trade, and I mean, it's not late. When I did dollar yen setup, the price was at 114. So the only thing is, I didn't know whether it will pull back. Now it's pulling back, so I made my order there. Yes, it's weekly L3, indeed, Derek, but this happened already, you see? this happened here, and you see where the entry was. It happened on 3rd of November. Today is 6th of November, so I'm making positions now. Okay. And dollar CAD, let's see the dollar CAD. The price is in uptrend. It's trying to get lower. So I would say around weekly L3, see another push to the upside. If we see a deeper retracement, I think this is the confluence here. Let's check it. Yes, this is the confluence, 88.6 weekly L4, 2650 to 2660 possible longs. Shazad is saying that it's working now. Great. So guys, I think that this was all what I had to say. Mattia is saying, Nenad, thank you, man. To see somebody like you to do this with so much passion is amazing. Mattia, thanks a lot for your comments, really, and I really appreciate when I see comments like this. It's guys, because I like this. I really like to trade. I am totally dedicated to the work I do, to price action trading, and as long as I'm in a good health, as long as I'm in a good shape, and it should last for a long time, definitely, because I'm only 40 years old, well, I can promise you that I will always be there, and I will always try to help you become better traders. Yes, Ilya, I'm only 40 years old. Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of time till I actually get a pension indeed. Thank you, Tahir, and thank you guys for all of your comments. And one more question. Yeah, I still have time for one more, guys, question to answer. Euro Australian dollar. Let me see where I put my Euro Australian dollar. Let's wait here. It's ranging. I checked this today, and I see a lot of ranging price action. You see, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't have anything special to say except that price is really ranging. Watch this. This is generally range-bound market. Thank you, guys, and Ilya and everyone. I mean, great to see your comments, and thank you. I will talk to you soon, and let's see if we will have some new pips this week. Thank you, guys. Cheers. As I always say, trade safe.